everyone, this is Sugandha and you're watching Ready for SS English, and I hope so you all are well and you all are waiting for my session since long. And I'm really sorry that I've been posting session very late, right? So today we would be discussing something very interesting, and that is if you wanted to be an HR assistant, what all skills you need to have. I have already discussed basic skills like communication skills and IT skills you must have to become an HR, right? General HR like any domain. Okay, if you wanted to step into HR profile, then you need to have what? Then you need to have few basic skills which I have already discussed several times. Now today I would be discussing 8 skills, yes, 8 skills which you require to have if you wanted to be an HR assistant, right? Make sure to subscribe this channel if you're watching me for the very first time, and do hit that cute notification bell icon so that you could get my notifications whenever new sessions are uploaded on this channel, right? So very first skill would be, yes, communication skills. Now you don't need to run after listening this skill because this is just a basic skill I have told several times, right? But yes, I wanted to focus this because you need communication skills to interact multiple type of people. There is a debate also that if we are in India, why we need to learn English language. So you need to understand that India is a diverse country, means having a diverse states, different type of people are there based on demography, based on religion, based on caste, community, and based on states actually, right? And there are different regional languages, and in order to communicate with the people from different region background, we need to know a common language, and that is only one language in the world, and that is English, right? So we must know how to interact in English, and even if you are working in a certain state, then you must know that state regional language, because common people won't be interacting in English. They would be interacting in the basic regional language, right? So this is a misconception that communication skills always include speaking in English, but that is not the way. It's like you need to interact with the people, you need to make them understand what you wanted to say, and you need to understand what they mean to say, right? So for both the things, you must know the regional language in which state you are working or in which country you are working, that country's language, and one common language is there, that is English, right? So English is basically a common language which is easy to understand, because we won't be able to understand each state language. That is not an easy task. So why can't we learn English, right? So this is because we need to improve our communication skills. Communication skills are like reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Being an HR assistant, you must know how to read, how to write, how to listen, how to speak, and we would be discussing this in separate session, that how we can improve each skills if you would be requesting me, right? Now second is you need to be a diplomatic. Now here, whenever I say diplomatic, everybody says that yes, we have to speak, we have to lie someone. No, that is not diplomacy. Diplomacy is buttering something. Yes, it's speaking the truth in such a language, in such a sugar-coated language, that other person won't feel embarrassed, won't feel demotivated, won't feel sad about it while listening any bad news or listening anything which is not that pleasant, right? So this is something you can say sugar-coated things which we must know. We must have tact. We must have tact in our language to communicate in that way, right? So because so many employees would be coming to us with their grievances, and even the employer would be giving us so many instructions very bluntly. We can't give those blunt instructions to the employees. So we need a language. Yes, we need a sugar-coated language to give them instructions, and that is called as diplomacy. Diplomacy is never a lie. Being diplomatic is never a liar. Means you are not a liar if you are diplomatic. You must know that how to express the same thing which has been deliberated by the employer to the employee. Okay, and being an HR assistant, you must know this. Fine. Third Third is organization skills. You need to perform so many tasks, and in order to perform those tasks, you must know how to organize the work. If you would be doing everything together, that won't serve the purpose. And if you would be doing everything after one another, that also won't the purpose. Like, I would be finishing one task, then I would be taking another. This won't work. Yes, if you would be doing like this, you won't be able to complete your task, because you would be having multiple tasks. So you must know what kind of task you can do together. Like, once you have posted certain job postings on the portal, once you have done, then you are sourcing the candidates, or you are screening the candidates, and then you are getting a call. Then you can't avoid that call. If you have posted certain job posting, then people would be calling you. So you can't do that. I would be attending it after 5 days after finishing my this sourcing. You can't do this. You have to attend those calls, right? So you must know how to organize your work. Organization skills are the greatest skills you must have being an HR assistant, in HR profile, right? Next is fourth is proactive and research oriented. Yes, you don't have to wait for the instructions. You must be proactive and research oriented. Like, anything new coming in the trends, you must go check it out and just know how to implement it. Means, just make a draft that yes, if certain new kind of policies, certain new kind of updations are there, then how we can formulate it over here, how I can recommend it to my management, how I can recommend to my senior manager or my HR manager, right? You don't need to wait for the instructions of HR manager that yes, he would be coming to me and he would be telling me that this way you have to do this. No, you have to be research oriented, right? So this is proactive and research oriented. Now next comes fifth, and fifth is IT skills, which I've already discussed earlier also. See, you have to run so many softwares, you have to do so much emailing or networking, and all this require, since COVID, this IT skills have raised their level. Yes, means they have raised their importance. They were important even before COVID also, but yes, they are important nowadays a lot, because everybody is using for everything IT. Almost everything is being done digitally nowadays. Even the small organizations have started using softwares for handling the people, for handling the culture, for handling human resource, right? So you need to know this. And if you wanted to have more discussion on this, and if you wanted to know more about it, then yes, I will discuss. Everybody knows about it. That's why I'm not discussing it much, right? Next is what? Confidentiality. Sixth point is confidentiality. You need to be confidential person. There will be so many papers floating on your table which are confidential. You can't disclose it to anyone, right? You can't disclose it to your friend in working in another department, even in the same department. Like, if you have a team of 5 HRs, then it could be that you are a journalist or you are an assistant, and one recruiter is working, one coordinator is working, one admin is working, and one thing is there, few policies are there which you have came across, which have been given to you, but that will be circulated to everyone after few days. Then you can't disclose it to everyone. That is confidentiality, right? You need to maintain confidentiality of those papers, of that trust, actually, right? So you need to be a confidential person. And yes, this was sixth, I suppose. Now seventh is conflict resolution skills, and this is the most important part of being an HR. So many people would be coming with the grievances. Yes, they would be having so many conflicts, so many complaints, and they would be sometimes very aggressive. They would be using harsh, rude words, and how you have to handle them. You also have to give one slap to them. No, you can't do this. You have to be very controlled person. You have to handle it properly. You have to counsel them. You have to listen them. Yes, you can't be aggressive. It could be they are using very harsh or rude words at times. It could be. And this is very practical. They are following up you or any other person since long, and they're conflicts are not resolved. That's why they come in a very harsh voice. They are very aggressive. You must listen to them properly. You must understand. It has been seen many times that HRs are having very high attitude, or they are like, how can you say this to me? I'm an HR and like this. See, you are an HR, but you are an employee. First, try to understand they are also employee and you are also employee in the organization. Your work is to handle, to be a intermediary between employer and employee. Just try to understand this thing. So you don't need to be arrogant. You don't need to take on your own self-respect or something like that, right? They are not having any personal issue with you. They are coming with a conflict and with a trust that yes, you will resolve it and you would be able to resolve it, right? So consider that respect, consider that trust, and try to solve it, try to resolve it, try to counsel them, try to motivate them. If they are demotivated and they are not ready to listen, it happens many times that they would be coming in groups and they won't be listening you. Yes, so you have to be self-composed, you have to be calm, you need to handle them in a very tricky way, right? So this is a conflict resolution skill you must have. Fine. So I hope so all is done, and do let me know in the comment box if you wanted to know anything else, right? And till next video, all the very best. Stay happy, stay safe. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.